Hello, all. Ooh, man, it's been a bit. Uh, yeah, welcome back to High Priest Reacts to Fallout Season 1, Episode 1. The End. Of course it's called that. It's fucking Fallout. It's the first episode of a Fallout series. I actually do not know how many episodes there are of this. Give me a moment to actually pull that up. I don't want to look at everything. 8 episodes. 8 episodes. Uh, so. Sure. I'm a huge fan of Fallout. I have been ever since the first day I played Fallout 3, where which I got via GameFly. Let's give me this. I had GameFly. I saw this wicked ass cover of Fallout 3. I'm like, oh. So I rented it. Had an utter blast. Played the shit out of that game. Played it to completion. Bought the DLC. Played all that. Sent it back. Tried Oblivion. Also love that. Did not do completion with that one, but I did play the shit out of it too. Eventually I did Fallout New Vegas. Loved it. And eventually I streamed my playthrough of Fallout 1. And I was going to do Fallout 2. You can see my fit. I made a Fallout outfit. It's meant to be my take on a vault suit with my colors. For some reason, the color of the top shifted a little. Or I think it was actually the pants, one of the two. So it doesn't quite match anymore. I don't know why. And you can tell it's homemade. Yeah, you can tell. Along with the jacket, which was at least partially inspired by, a duster that I would almost always wear in Fallout because it's cool until they get the power armor. And then, of course, the Ranger armor is the best goddamn coolest fucking shit. I love this series. I like that. I played the original game. And the only reason I didn't play the second one isn't because I don't think it's good. It's just not my style. The gameplay is not my style. I was gearing up to do it, and I just ultimately went, I don't wanna. I want to stream something else. That's the only reason. It was one of the first things I streamed, I think. When I started VTubing, I mean. No, it wasn't. I was doing something else. But it was before I started doing stuff like this. It was still very much in the early days of my VTubing, though, I think. Overall. It was, yeah. Well, it wasn't when I switched on, but it was still early on, all things considered. It's been years, honestly. I've been meaning to get back into the series. My plan was to do, Fallout, Elder Scrolls, with other stuff in between, of course. That's the other reason it took forever. But then I did, I did the Daggerfall, went to did Morrowind, did Fallout 1, did Morrowind. No, I think I did Morrowind before that. Yep, I did Morrowind, then I did Daggerfall. The others were all, honestly, fairly quick to play. All things considered, the first two. I'm getting lost in it. I'm getting lost in the sauce. Point is, and actually, I think I'm complete bullshit. I don't know why I didn't. I think my eventual thing was Morrowind, Fallout 1, Oblivion, Fallout 2, Oblivion, Fallout 3, and so on and so forth. But it's never manifested. I was going to do Oblivion, but I decided not to. Multiple factors. One of them, Oblivion remake. For the fan Oblivion remake, Sky Oblivion was going to come out soon. And it is coming out soon. This was what my opinion of the decision was affirmed when Oblivion remake, the official one, came out. And I'm like, yeah, no reason for do this. The only reason would be to play the mod, and I don't really care enough to do that. I mean, I still played it a little bit here and there, but I'm not going to finish that playthrough. I'm just briefly exploring mods before I clear a thing out for space for the game I will do, which is most relevant here. Fallout 4. I got it on a steal of a deal for like $5 or something from a fucking amazing sale. I have never played Fallout. Now, I know lots of Fallout fans have issues with Fallout 4. I think there are definitely issues with Fallout 4. I prefer the more role-playing stuff. I think New Vegas... I don't think New Vegas is a better game than Fallout 3, but I do think it's better in a vast number of ways, and it's just Fallout 3 has its own stuff it's better at. I think both are fantastic games. I love them dearly. And I liked Fallout 1, and I loved its roleplay stuff. So, a lot of that being shipped out for Fallout 4, yeah, it sucks. But I've watched a playthrough of it, so I know the story overall. It's been a goddamn while. It still looks like a blast. I have never personally played it before, and I really fucking want to. So I'm throwing my entire thing out of whack, and I'm going to do that. The big thing about that is that I wouldn't do it until I was finished with my main streaming project. The main game, basically, I do. For a good while. Final Fantasy 14. That's right, I played the MMO. And I would not start another giant goddamn game while I'm working through a fucking MMO expansion. I finished off the first expansion, all its patch content. There may be a handful of unimportant shit in there, but all the permanent stuff done, buried, put to bed. And this includes side quests, this includes class quests, everything I could do by that point that wasn't all the combat jobs, because those are big things to start. But I completed all the ones I'd already done and all the ones I intended to do. So all I put away, I took a break partly to do this stuff, and when I come back, one of the first things I'm going to do is Fallout. It is not the first thing. One thing, I found out that not only is there an invincible game like I thought, but I haven't, so it's not fucking long, so I'm going to try streaming that. I don't know if it's going to be fun. I don't know if I'm going to like it, but I'm going to try streaming it. If it doesn't fit me, I'll drop it immediately. 2, Ocarina of Time. I've been wanting to play Ocarina of Time again for a while, forever. So I'm going to do a play for that. It's not going to take long. It's fucking Ocarina of Time. It's not goddamn a modern Zelda, and it's definitely not goddamn Bethesda game. 3, October. I always do Halloween games. I always do some of my Halloween games. So those will be first. Depending on how quickly I work through my first 2 games of Halloween, I will either move directly to Adam Eve and then Ocarina, or I'll do a third one. But like the reason I'm focusing on those is to get them done quicker, and because I want to go into Fallout. That's the only game I'm streaming for a while. I love the series. The only part of the series I don't have some grasp of is 76. And even then, I have a little bit. I used to watch lore vids. I love this series. I always have. So I'm excited to do this. I have been for a while. It's something on my way to do. So I'm excited for season 2. I'll have to look up when it's coming out. If it comes, depending on when it is, I might take a break during Fallout 4 to do this. So, yeah. I started saying stuff, and I shouldn't have. Oops. Is at least, even though I'm rather late, at least I'm not going to do again what I did with Invincible and fuck up halfway through an episode. Oh, another thing. I did a reaction, a purely online reaction to Hazbin Hotel. We're not fucking doing that anymore. That was a fucking abysmal disaster. Getting it to work right. So instead, since I won't have the first season on my channel, I'm not gonna bother reacting to season 2. But I'm excited because fuck yes, I loved it. So I'm excited for that, but we're not doing that. We will, however, try to do Knights of Guinevere from the How House creator, Digital Circus thing, from the publishers of Digital Circus, publishers, whatever, studio. Point is, but it's run by the creator of How House, so it looks great, looks fantastic. Now let's start this properly. Okay, so the sound is already peak Fallout, so and I feel like I'm gonna need to cut this. I mean, I'm gonna have to cut out the music bit, but well, that'll sure help when the happens. Yeah, we're gonna get the new any moment now. I'm getting Fallout 4 opening moments. Yep, this is definitely 100% Fallout. Use your text everywhere, but someone's using an old flash and flasher camera. Oh, I fucking love this. I certainly hope not. Cool. Yep. I love this slice of pre-war stuff with everything we're doing. They're great. And there we go. Exactly when I was predicting it. Now, she's gonna be on the run for the hills. Smoke, Janie. It's just a fire. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I love how slow it is. The silence. Fuck. I think I've seen pictures of what the protagonists look like, but I don't know. Punches his best friend in the fucking face immediately. Yep. Guy who started muttering about "Go commies." Yep, that sums up everything about this situation. Fuck, this is so good. Oh god, and now we're seeing a series of them. Oh no, that one's close. Are we gonna get Fawn Promo at any point? Anyways, I was wondering if maybe we were getting a Soul Survivor thing with that kid. But no. I don't think so. Now I remember the I'm pretty sure that's our actual protagonist. Yeah, okay, I can see why you're the person sits on whatever mission you get. God, I really wish I could tap on those actual ones you got with Flow, or the one you can stick your phone in. Oh, that's interesting. A vault that actually trades its people with a nearby vault. That's actually fascinating as an idea. Yeah, I think I even remember the name now. I tried to avoid spoilers. The only thing I know is we've got information about canonical endings of games now, and yeah. With apparently the second season is apparently going to go into New Vegas stuff. Oh, that's wonderful. That's actually a beautiful. Huh? Not what I was expecting. I thought that might have been I thought I might have mistaken that the room with walls. Okay, it is. Never mind. A lot more advanced than I thought it was, but that was the idea I thought was happening. Oh, he's also the Overseer? God, the entire setup of this, I fucking love, by the way. I love this as a vault thing. So, are they connected by a tunnel to the different vault? That's an interesting setup for a vault. Or do they have to go to the surface? That's an actually really brilliant setup for vault, and honestly, probably the safest and least awful vault setup I've seen yet. That's better than most vault what we've seen of. I actually kind of really liked that was a moment, because, like, it's absolutely a thing that would happen in the vaults, in the vault. I would guess these are probably smaller than normal vaults to, compensate for the experiment flies, because they are all experiments. Okay, that looks horrifying for a moment. Vault 30, Vault 33. They're a triple vault. So I love the chaplain, or priest, whichever one they're going with. Jesus Christ, lady, I know you're,
Doctor must check every physical, no?
God damn, woman. Of course, by this point, we know for a fact it's gone to the point that you could actually go up there. Unless they're in a particularly bad hotbed, like DC was. Ooh. Even that would only mostly be really bad for chunks of city. Honestly, everything about this box here is fucking great. I love it. But we know this is going wrong. I'm 100% sure she's our protagonist at this point. And it's a fault. Something goes wrong eventually. It's Fallout. Even when they're perfect, they literally can't last forever. Though this one seems like probably the most stable setup I've seen. Triple vault setup. Even if they're all smaller, that's probably one of I don't know how to say it. It's just a really good way of setting something like this up compared to the usual ones. I think. Yeah, I mean, at this point, the usual ones are horrific mad scientific experiment that is going to go wrong within weeks, if not months. You were asking about the sperm count. You blame a man for thinking he might be a little eager. Yeah, well, apparently, he was 100% right. Thank God. Well, that is about that. That's a little more saucier than I usually do with one of these. What the fuck is this little shithead doing? What the fuck is he doing? Yeah, they had been acting suspicious, so something was going to fucking happen. Someone stole food off someone's plate. Vault 30, they're not going back to Vault 32. Especially since at least 2. That wasn't the greeting party. That was everybody left. That's what I get for speaking too soon. It's fucking goddamn Vault-Tec. They fucked around and something stupid. They did cannibalism. Of course they did. Yep. Geiger counter. They're irradiated. They must have opened the vault and... Oh, fuck. That didn't even occur to me. Holy shit, that should have been obvious from what happened. I was completely wrong where I thought that was. I thought they just fucking lost it because of how bad things got. No. Raiders broke into the vault, killed everyone, and then after they had their fun, they posed as the people in charge, and I'm not surprised something went horrifically wrong, but, I mean, this fall, that's not necessarily lethal. Stim packs exists. Whoa! Yeah. I wonder if they're gonna depict the old effect of stim packs, if they're supposed to actually have the effect like drugs. If you take too much, they could start getting addictive. Oh, fuck, they killed the guy. Yeah, they probably killed most people. If it was Fallout, I would have taken the games, I would have taken the machete and used it. But, like, I don't think there's going to be anybody left in Vault 32 either when this is over. Yeah, I just love it. I'm loving every second game so far. She is ready to kick ass. Her friend's not going to make it. Yeah, that is a Fallout-esque over-top violence. Shit. Kiss. Cinematic beauty. Cinematic beauty. And there's the friend dead. The false world burning down. Ooh, a depiction of Jet. Haven't seen her father. But her brother was going to die, yeah, of course. Holy shit, yeah, that was not enough. Oh, he's alive? Holy shit. Oh, thank God Dad's alive, too. The film burning, creating a nuke effect around everything. It's just... Don't get yourself killed, old man. So... did she directly call them Raiders? I can't fully remember at this point because so much has happened. I always wanted my standby screen to be that. A version of that. At one point. A bunch of people held hostage and a bomb ready to go off. But yeah, were they already familiar with the concept of Raiders already? Like, I think the rest of the survivors, including her best friend. So they have had contact with the surface. They've had, so they know something that's surface, and her mother apparently was involved with the surface before she came down, and there. That's how Dad knew about her and recognized this woman. I thought they would be taken as slaves, or killed, as that right. So they might actually survive this. It's only her dad who's ended up dead in that decision. Okay, hell of a fucking mystery we're going into here. And now we're going into something else. Pre-war or post-war? There's more than one pro-tag? Okay, I didn't know that. That's... probably NCR then, given, you know, they're actually outfitted like a military unit, complete with dog tags, and you just don't, I don't think there's any other faction out there that would bother with that. I'm a stupid idiot. That's Brotherhood of Steel. How can I be so stupid? Brotherhood of Steel also uses dog tags. It's been a while since I forgot about that. That you actually, I'm pretty sure you get missions to get Brotherhood dog tags back. Okay, so which version of the Brotherhood is this? Is this the full-fledged technical, or the ones who are actually trying to help people? I mean, every version's a tech cult, but it's, you know, depends on whether or not they're the little than more than puffed up raiders. That's well, I'm assuming that's the Perdwin. If it's flying, it's probably fucking not Lions, but what's his face? It's been a while. I forgot his name. Lions was the guy who originally run that chapter. He was actually, you know, a good guy. Oh, we get the power armor. But yeah, one thing I remember is Fallout 4, they've gone to shit with more a lot of their older shit, and compared to how when Lions was around, where they were actually trying to better the world and shit, rather than just worshipping technology. Half an episode left, Jesus. These are Meteor, right out of Fallout 4. Maybe there's still at least a little bit more Lions group in this one than I thought, because some of the worst ones tend to even allow outsiders to join. But some of them, oh, yeah, I didn't need to see that. Anyway, some of them allow, you know, like what we got here, kids saved, be brought in young, at least. And, of course, a truly extraordinary badasses to join. I mean, it makes sense that they aren't all just running around wearing the recon suits like you would see in games. But then again, I'm also thinking of free in New Vegas. What the fuck? They're gonna make it's gonna be pointed at Maximus for doing it. Jesus fuck. I thought he might have started Googling or something, but that is actually significantly worse. Well, maybe. I don't know. Either way, it was fucking horrifying. Just, fuck. So it didn't heal the thing up perfectly, but it definitely kept you fucking going and fighting shape. I suppose you would need to do more, and that could, value the resource and possibly addiction. I kind of hope that is. That's a fun thing, even if part of me also hopes it's not. I don't know. It was just a neat older bit of lore. And you can't just use, say, 32s, because they blew that fucking thing shut. Yeah, this is a familiar Bethesda-esque plot. Leave the vault to rescue a family member. Or at least chase after one. It's even a repeat of going after Dad. I don't know, I think it's just the third time in a row. Maybe, I hope the God Fallout 5 does something fucking original with that concept, okay? I like Fallout 3. I like that, and from what I heard, there's nothing inherently wrong with the premise to me in Fallout 4. But I also never played it myself. Well, we'll see how my opinion changed based on playing it. So, they're going AWOL. I hope they don't go with her, because I don't think they'll survive out there. It'll just have to be her. She's the only one geared up. Oh, never seen a vault door that looked like that before. Guys, you're gonna need to go, because someone's coming up. Good move, Lucy. Good move. He was going to die. I hope she freaks out about the sky. That skybox they had in there will help, but I hope she freaks out about the sky. I distinctly remember reading a fanfic, a My Little Pony crossover of all things. We can talk about whether or not it was appropriate or whether it was good, but at least that was a fucking amazing to read thing for someone's, leaving the vault first time. They walk out and they just freak out because there's nothing up there. It was night, so that made it worse. It was like looking up to it for them, like he looked down that hole, that up. It was great to read, but daylight is the perfect way to have it too. Not gonna let you back in. At least I feel like that's what they're gonna do. I didn't even realize that her backpack straps matched the color of their outfit perfectly. Of course it would. Of course, literally the first thing she finds is fucking skeletons. Probably the people trying to get in. I think that these people got Pompeii, which is not generally the way it's depicted in theories. That whole ocean. We have never been directly on the coast, I think, in this series, especially not in 3D games. Oh, no, okay, I'm stupid. Of course we were. We were in 3 and 4. What am I, stupid? It's been forever. I don't know, just as it feels different. Maybe it's just because I'm stupid. Everybody hide in the fridges.
I understand you're a friend of...
Did he actually do it? I didn't think he would. It's not for a great defense, but at the very least it was like... Okay, so now I'm actually wondering if he did it. Like, holy shit, that's good. He didn't outright take your place, which would have... Oh, he did actually. He still had the place, just not as a squire. I don't fucking know. I actually legit don't know if I should believe he didn't do it or not. Because, like, his entire reason here is to inflict violence on somebody. What the fuck? This is fucking new. I understand there are techno cult who style themselves as knights, but what the fuck? Are they still around? I guess they're never still around. Got a dog companion? And it's still not over. I thought it would be. This isn't a complaint, I just don't know. The last show was, felt shorter, invincible. Who the fuck are these people and why are they killing people with a junk jet? That they're being awesome. Why did they have a ghoul, the character literally being in a grave? I understand stylistically it's rad, but that's still, what? They're not actual zombies. Was it something that he did to heal up after a bad fucking fight? Cause like, why else would it the blood bags he did? What the fuck? Pretty sure I saw a cowboy ghoul, this must be him. Keeping him out of light at first. Can't get a good look at him. I mean, for a ghoul, he's in a lot better condition than some of them. Not nearly as much rotting. The NCR. Had to turn on the fucking subtitles. I didn't even realize they were off. Holy, I was having trouble hearing it. Y'all fucked around and found out. The ghoul. Was this the guy from the fucking start? Is that the connection? This is going to turn out to be the guy with the key. Okay, that's the next time thing. I was trying to see if it was. I don't think we ever got a name for what this motherfucker was. Who this motherfucker was. So that was something, and I am going to actually... Honest to God, I was so wrapped up, I just didn't fucking realize it. It wasn't mostly not a problem until this bit happened here. So I'm actually going back to listen to a bit while we talk. So... yeah. I think this might be the cowboy from the opening. Same enough skin tone, and it could definitely be a big thing about he was. Okay, so that's what I didn't fucking understand right. Dom Pedro, whoever this fucker is, keeps him as a fucking either keeps him as a food source, cutting off chunks of him every goddamn couple of years, and then keeps him on life support, or is just doing it to fucking torture him because he doesn't like him. That's why he was in there. I was confused. I don't know why he betrayed him. I mean, they're assholes who were friending him. That might have been just enough of it, but. Probably the only one who made it out there was. I need to compare voices real quick. I mean, it's a real good depiction of a ghoul, I think, that without, going to the point you'd gross out the viewers, but not all ghouls were always that bad. So yeah, I'm just going to keep talking. This episode went definitely. Some of it was very predictable. Some of it was absolutely not. The vault stuff is obvious because that's the formula. You don't start out in a vault unless you fucking kick a person out. Have some reason for them to leave. Something must go horribly wrong. That wedding dress is ruined when it was carefully passed down her family and all that. Even if you could repair it, it will never be white again. Not with the blood in it. Some of this I knew ahead of time. I knew existence up because he was literally in the fucking thing. I actually overlooked. I wasn't surprised there were other characters that should be mounted. I didn't quite recognize them at first, but I'm not surprising that Maximus is a character. It's just the treatment of protagonists on par with Lucy I wasn't expecting, because I just kind of thought this was a single protagonist show. Okay, so he started crossing into lines and bullshitting about acting like he friended the fucking friend the shit out of him. Started talking shit about him personally when he don't know his ass. I'm going back and listening to the. So I'm ignoring the X-rays because they're not giving me any details, and I don't want to know this. But I think that sounds like the same guy. I'm thinking that might be the same guy. It would be a great tie-in to have it. I always love pre-war survivors in this series because, like, the post-war world barely remembers anything about the pre-war world. I like the kings think of Elvis as a god. And all that. I love details like that. And I love characters from the pre-war world who's just like, whatever, man. Or how baseball was treated in 4, and so on and so forth. So, he could be a different one, but come on, he's a cowboy. Got the same general skin tone, and his voice is rougher, but it sounds similar. I'm not always the best at recognizing that. Sometimes it works right. Sometimes it doesn't. I really wish I had the fucking subtitles on before that. I do. I'm sorry. I would have caught that anyways. So, I knew about the Enclave going in. Unfortunately, that was one of those things spoiled to me, and and I think I remember some details. People were complaining. Honestly, even even ignoring the overall thing, I get the complaints about the fucking Enclave still being around. God damn it. Let them fucking die. Okay? I liked what they did with them in New Vegas, by the by. I think that was great. The Enclave, some remnants from it. But it's a dying organization that's nothing left. And then, of course, there's another fucking chunk of Enclave somewhere else. They're like rats that keep coming back. And the Brotherhood, I get it. It's a Fallout TV show. You want to bring in the most emblematic parts of the franchise. But if this is supposed to be canonical to the games, which I think it is, that kind of runs into the issue that, like they should goddamn be gone by now, goddammit. But then again, I guess this is why a lot of Fallout fans felt like, even back in Free, them surviving one is explainable, I feel like. Even in the New Vegas, where it's just remnants of the last group. But actually, I'm more talking about how Free handled the fact that everything still felt like the world had ended not that long ago overall in DC, despite the fact it had been a long time. That's one of the great things about the New Vegas. It feels like the world has actually progressed. Again, I think there's a mixture of that when it comes to 4, and that's one of the things people complain about. And I admit, I like post-war stuff that didn't, post-apocalypse stuff that didn't progress in the post-apocalyptic stuff. So, yeah. I don't know where this is going. I don't know the full detail. Some of it was extremely predictable because that's just goddamn how Fallout. That's how story structure works. If things in the vaults were working out perfectly and everything, we wouldn't have the plot of Fallout. They would never leave. Even if these vaults were never one of the prom vaults, they're still never going to leave if nothing goes wrong. So something has to justify her leaving. And they established she had the badass credentials to actually qualify as one. And leave. Hint that her mother wasn't native to the vault either. Vaults is interesting and gives me flashbacks to some of the stuff with Fallout 3 Dad. Turned out they weren't there from there either. Both parents weren't. I think Maximus is the one that threw me just because I didn't know what to expect. I thought maybe NCR, I mentioned California. I was not expecting Brotherhood in that moment. Mostly just because we generally don't see the Brotherhood presented like that, at least when it comes to the army and soldier bits. Once we move the reign for that, though, yeah, that all fits. They're a fucking techno cult. It just depends on what particular flavor. At least they're one of the ones who doesn't shun people from outside the Brotherhood becoming part of it. I mean, that's better. It's just like, also, the Brotherhood still sucks. Most incarnations still suck ass. And I'm waiting to see what kind of probable suck asses is. And that might not have been the Purd one, but, like, that's the only fucking one of those. You can't tell me the Brotherhood has 2 of those motherfuckers flying around. I can't remember what Elder, what's his face? Max. I know his name starts with Max. He was a little kid in Fallout 3, and he learned all the worst lessons from Lions, and instead of following through with his shit, well, not all the worst lessons, he still at least seems to try to care about it. You know, I talk shit, but at least the Technocult of 4 still seems to be trying to make the Wasteland a better place. They're just assholes about it. You know? They're just very big assholes about it. And unfortunately, their stance includes anti-mutant bullshit. when the Lone Wanderer was a member of their organization, and he had very least one super mutant friend. So and most ghouls are fucking fine, honestly. Well, I wouldn't say most, because you would have more ferals than non-ferals, but the point remains. Ghouls can be fine when they're not feral, and you treat them like civilized people. But, I keep getting lost in the weeds of what I'm talking about. Point is, they're assholes. And that's not even getting to their whole anti-synth stance. But it's not, and it's just, the branding is new, and I'm not sure how I feel about that in regards to a little bit of freaking out here. Sorry about that. What the fuck? Hold on. I have no idea what the fuck's going on here. Stop freaking the fuck out. Okay, we good? Sorry about that. I moved a little to make it more comfortable while talking, but just fuck. Anyways, now this is gonna be hell to chop up, but I'm gonna do them. That just felt longer than anything I watched in Invincible. I think part of that is because a lot of these were more cut up into smaller chunks of stuff. Lucy, Maximus, some more Lucy, and then finally, was it Lucy, Maximus, some more Lucy, or did we have just Lucy, Maximus? See, now I'm not fucking remembering, right? But thankfully I got this. Okay, yeah, it was Lucy, then Maximus. No, there was a brief switch before she left to Maximus, and then we switched back to Lucy while she leaves. Okay. Yeah, I thought that. Oh, that actually reminds me. I'm going to go back. I want to make sure she said Raiders here when she pointed her thing at him. Or Pip-Boy. I mean, I suppose Raiders are a simple enough term to use. It's just... and call them, because that's what they are. It's just... ah, shit, what the fuck? Sorry, I moved slightly and then freaked out again. I don't know what's up with the lower part of that model, but that's kind of funny. Anyways, I don't know. It just feels off calling them Raiders, but that makes perfect sense as the term to use for them. It's just, I thought that's just, I'm restricted from them playing. And also, the thing with Ghost, I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me there. Of course, Sermon Coast. You literally leave the coast 2-point lookout. That one just felt different than the ones I remember in Fallout 3. So, that one was definitely more beachy than those ones usually were. But, I'm just a fucking idiot. So what's what I can know? I don't know why that felt special. I think for a moment there, I just forgot about the one in 3 and misremembered the one in 4, because I remember more of the Sea of Radiation, where there used to be a fucking, body of water, and now there's not. It's just this big irradiated hellscape. But I don't even remember the details of that. But I will when I play Fallout 4. So 7 more episodes. We're not doing another one of those tonight, because that fucking took a lot of time just to watch. Next time we will, tomorrow, and it's honestly way too late for me to have started these. I'll try to start these at a more reasonable time. Not tomorrow. I have stuff to do tomorrow. But the day after, I will try to at least do 3 of these in one day. And that should let me get 3 of these in no time, and then the editing, and that'll take a while, especially because these are big ones. Ugh. Fuck. I definitely feel like I'm gonna have to cut some stuff to get it all to fit. Anyways, so I appreciate it. I will see you all next time.